What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I actually had a different video planned for today. But the other day, Call of Duty went ahead and put out another blog post about skill-based matchmaking. Yes, they were not lying. They said they were going to go into detail on each and every aspect of skill-based matchmaking, and they are going to go ahead and do so. So today I'm going to give you guys the lineup, basically the dates that you can expect to see different topics being told by Activision or Call of Duty, whoever the team is that's discussing this stuff with us. It's going to be, a schedule that you guys can follow on. And also, I want to touch upon the community as well, because I always find it hilarious. I really do. Every single time there's a brand new, update, blog post, something revolving around skill-based matchmaking, the community is still never satisfied. So we're going to go ahead and touch upon that as well. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, when XDefiant goes ahead and drops, we'll post some more content about that. And I am going to branch off to different games as well. So if you're curious in other FPS titles, don't forget to hit that bell. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do that pretty much daily over on Kick. Find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. And that stream usually goes live around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, over on Twitter, Call of Duty put out a little tweet here, as you can see, building on the blog, an inside look at matchmaking. We just published a deep dive white paper on the most heavily weighted factor, ping, as it relates to connection. Read the detailed paper here. Basically, what they're going to go ahead and do here, guys, is each and every topic. Remember that one picture they showed where they showed all the features of skill-based matchmaking, connections, so on and so forth? They're going to take each and every one of those pieces and deep dive on those topics. Basically going ahead and doing exactly what they said they're going to go ahead and do. They said they're going to deep dive on skill-based matchmaking, and that is exactly what they're doing here. As you can see, another post by them. Here is a look at the calendar of matchmaking-focused white papers scheduled for release this year. Note, targeting timing may shift. Ping is right now. Obviously, they went ahead and posted the new blog post for that. Skill is going to be in June 2024, so they're going to deep dive on skill and how they go ahead and track it and, use it in the matchmaking algorithm, which I'm more excited about, I'll be honest with you guys. Ranked play, late summer 2024. I'm not really too interested. I don't play that much ranked, but I know there's tons of ranked players who feel like the overall experience is manipulated. So, of course, this is going to be a good one. And experimentation methods. This is what I'm extremely excited to hear about. Honestly, everything else is kind of irrelevant to me. I'm more curious about what they're experimenting with when it comes to the skill-based matchmaking within Call of Duty. I want to know what they're deep diving with behind the scenes. And that is going to be told to us fall of 2024, so we got a decent amount of time until we get to go ahead and hear that one, which I'm curious about. I wonder if they're really pushing it back because, there might be something going on within Call of Duty, and they need to go ahead and mess with it, change things before they can actually do a deep dive. But I don't know. Like I said, that's just my tinfoil hat theory right there. But overall, good stuff here. I have to be real. Good stuff. They promised exactly what they're going ahead and giving us here. They literally promised that they're going to go ahead and explain what the skill-based matchmaking is, what it does, and they will dissect each and every aspect of that skill-based matchmaking. And that is what they're going to go ahead and do here. Now, I'm not personally going to read off this whole blog post. It's like 12, 13 pages long, all discussing literally the fine details of the ping and how they track it and so on and so forth. It's a lot of good stuff. You probably heard some other content creators talk about it. And again, I'm going to leave the link to this, blog post down in the description of this video so you guys can see it with your own eyes if you want to really read into the fine details and see what's going on with the ping in this game. And I've seen multiple people discuss whether it's true or it's not true, because again, the ping for a lot of individuals out there has been pretty dang rough. Personally, I haven't run into that much packet burst this year around. Modern Warfare 2 was really bad for me. Modern Warfare 3, luckily, I'm not running into any issues whatsoever. So it's not really that big of a problem from my personal experience. But for others out there, packet burst, lag spikes, so on and so forth, all these things happen so frequently for them. And I feel like people are a bit skeptical of what they're being told here, because obviously, to summarize the blog post, they're prioritizing your connection. They want to make sure that you get the best connection out of it all, along with your squad as well. But again, for other people, they're not experiencing that, so they're a little bit skeptical. I would love to hear your guys' opinions down below. Please go ahead, leave them down in the comment section. Do you guys think that they're lying about the ping within Call of Duty, or do you think that they're telling the truth and this deep dive is legit here? But I'm not here to go ahead and discuss this. I'm here to call out the community once again, because it's driving me crazy how some people are reacting to this stuff. Again, this is what everybody asked for. We, the community, are getting exactly what we asked. We asked them to, tell us what's going on with the matchmaking. And people are not satisfied with the results. And every single time they do exactly as they say, people continue to become more and more and more dissatisfied because they're expecting, once again, Activision to reveal that they're being manipulated within Call of Duty. That's all they want to hear. I swear. That's all people want to hear and discuss when it comes to skill-based matchmaking in this game. Me personally, I'm more, focused on the connection to the game itself and also, again, the skill levels between playing as a solo player against other opponents. It's a lot of carry-based matchmaking that goes on in current day Call of Duty, which is kind of obnoxious, which I want to see that as well. But that's what I'm more hyper-focused on when it comes to the matchmaking within Call of Duty. That's what I want to see improved upon, and that's what I want to dive deep on. But everybody else, I feel like a lot of the community just wants to see that they are indeed getting manipulated instead of just getting, sweated on. And trust me, I get it. If anybody gets it, I get it, It's a massive goal of mine to make sure I get you guys the best gameplay for all of my commentaries, okay? I put in 3 hours of gameplay, and I got 3 clips, okay? That's a clip an hour. That is insane. And that's on a lucky day. Okay, people always say, oh, you verse the worst of the worst players. You're versing noobs all the time. People don't understand how much time it takes to actually get one singular clip for a video where I do get good footage, all my streaks, so on and so forth. I'm not getting whooped in my other games. I'm not getting destroyed. But it's like your typical competitive COD match, Maybe you should put on lower streaks, like a UAV, Harrier, maybe, like a precision strike or something of that sort, Lower streaks that are more obtainable against people equally or better skilled than you are, like a competitive GB battle, CDL, whatever the competitive leagues are, man. That type of stuff, because, again, it's very competitive. It's hard to get swarms. You're not going to be dropping a swarm on Scump, right? And none of the other pro league players are going to do that on one another either. It doesn't matter who the pro guy is, They're just simply not, because it's too competitive. And that's what I got to deal with all the time. I'm not getting, 1 in 50, but, they're the matches where it is hyper-competitive, where I should be running lower streaks, and I should be, sweating it up a bit more. And it happens very frequently, so I get it. I understand the pain of skill-based matchmaking. Don't get me wrong. I'm right there with you guys. But you can't come at their neck and say that they're being useless and they're not doing anything correct here with these updates and they're not doing their job when they're doing exactly what they said. It's the typical COD community. I always say it on this channel. I'm open-minded. I'm going to cover the good stuff and I'm going to cover the bad stuff. Of course, if you enjoy that style, subscribe, hit that bell. If you don't, I suggest hopping out of this channel because it's never going to change. You're always going to see mixed, things on this channel. It's never going to be 24/7 positive, 24/7 negative. And in this specific scenario, I despise skill-based matchmaking with all my heart, but we asked them to dissect skill-based matchmaking. They told us they would dissect skill-based matchmaking, and that's exactly what they're going ahead and doing. They're doing exactly what they said, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm all with you guys for screw Activision, but seriously, they did exactly what they said. If you want the results that you are seeking, you have to discuss EOMM. You have to get them to speak up about that. That's what you should have asked for. But skill-based matchmaking, yes, this is literally it. This is skill-based matchmaking. Again, I'm curious what the experimental stuff is at the end that we're going to be hearing about. I forget the date. But again, you guys can rewind the video and see the exact dates of each and every segment that they're going to go ahead and discuss. That might be interesting for the guys out there who are craving EOMM. But until that day comes, I'm sorry, guys, you're not going to enjoy what you see out of this blog post. You're not going to enjoy what it is for ping. You're not going to enjoy what they have to say about the skill. You're not going to enjoy what they have to say about CDL. It's just not going to happen, honestly, because they're going to tell you exactly what it is, but it's not going to be any type of manipulation. And even if the experimental, whatever discussion comes out, and it is pretty interesting, even in that blog post, they're not going to have anything that dissects if you're being manipulated. They're not going to openly say EOMM is in a Call of Duty game. And if it is, we're going to have to dive deep and find out. But again, I don't get the saltiness towards them for them doing exactly what they told us they're going to do. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, go down in the comment section. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Let me know if I'm spitting some facts. As always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Subscribe and hit that bell. And don't forget, we do stream pretty much daily over on Kick. Got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.